We have to understand that we are being given a choice for us to fold and purge ourselves of what this world is offering. Now, I'm not saying that everything is ugly and nasty. What I am saying, anything is not good and acceptable to God, because that's what God says. What's good and acceptable. And we measure that with another statement that the word tells us, according to his will. So that's the balance there. The things that are good and acceptable to God, and those things that are according to God's will. We find ourselves in those two swim lanes to allow our lives to preach to others. Not what you say, but how you live. And we demonstrate that by the faithfulness that God has bestowed in us through ourselves, and we recognize the substance of that faithfulness that God gives us. Remember that the word says that faith is a substance. That means that faith is real. Faith is something that beholds that we must have, become part of what God is really taking us and offering us. Because it's not, if we don't have it, we don't have the God that we are pursuing. There's a very pointed part of where we are in our lives and how we undress ourselves in public. We undress ourselves in public because we lack, in my opinion, my perspective, we lack the sacrifice of being what God has called us to be. That's living sacrifices. It has to mean something to you to be a sacrifice for God. And if it doesn't, then we find ourselves compromised, because that's what the world is offering us. A means to compromise darkness instead of the light by fulfilling desires and wants. And desires and wants aren't going to get you where God needs you to go.